Hello and welcome to Vacations by Tiffany. I'm your go-to travel agent giving you tips and information about cruises, Disney, and more. In this episode, we're visiting the cruise port of Puerto Plata in Dominican Republic. Many cruise lines stop here like Virgin Voyages, Royal Caribbean, and MSC, just to name a few. There's a very large port area with shopping and dining, and here you can see some of the rickshaw shuttles that are taking people to and from the ship. Be sure to bring cash for tips, and they'll typically accept American money. We signed up for a shore excursion through the cruise line. And, by the way, I'm very thankful that we did book it through the cruise line on this particular day, but more on that later. As we walked through, I noticed some bars and restaurants, and also these beautiful birds on display and some local wildlife. We boarded a bus and headed out to our first destination, a local rum distillery. There was only room for small groups to enter at a time, so we relaxed in this beautiful garden with lots of shade as we waited for our tour group to be called. The sign here says "Caution, honeybees," and there were lots in the area, but you could also stand in other places away from the bees. Once inside, we were given a very detailed and informative tour of the distillery. We walked through the barrel rooms where rum is sitting and aging, some for up to several decades even. We had a great tour guide who explained the history and science behind making rum.
Flavor, body, and color the woods will give to the rum inside of it. Good? Yeah. Did you hear me correctly? Yeah. Perfect. The ones in the back, as you didn't see, I'm going to...
And at the end of the tour, there was a rum tasting, which was a lot of fun. They offer lots of flavors, and everyone had fun toasting to each other each time we tried a new flavor. They have different aged rums and also coconut, pineapple, and other flavors. After the tour and rum tasting, we had the opportunity to buy some rum to bring home. Just a reminder that your cruise line will collect any liquor that you buy in port, but return it to you when you disembark at the end of your cruise. We lucked out with beautiful weather on the day we were visiting. The weather in the Dominican Republic is very mild throughout the year. January is typically the coldest month, with the average temperature around 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And the warmest month is usually August, where it's an average of about 89 or 90 degrees. But it can also get very hot during the day, so be sure to stay hydrated if you're spending a day at the beach. We boarded the buses and headed to our next destination, lunch on a local farm. It was a beautiful area, walking through the trees and gardens, and there was a nice breeze. Similar to the garden by the rum distillery, there were lots of bees and wasps in the area. There were also some stray animals roaming around. Another travel agent tip for you is to avoid petting stray dogs or cats that you see while you're in cruise ports. Walking through the farm, there was lots of picturesque places to stop and take pictures, and the tour guide told us all about the different fruits we could see.
Natives. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, before we go for lunch, ladies and gentlemen, all right, everything is harvest around the back over there. If you want to go around the back and make pictures, or you go ahead and take pictures.
we were welcomed at lunch with dancers and performers who later posed for photos with everyone. There was also a bar and buffet with lots of delicious food. The food options were chicken, potatoes, rice, and an assortment of vegetables. And you also get a non-alcoholic beverage, all included in the cost of the shore excursion. However, tips and gratuities were extra. There's also a shop where you can purchase rum. After the farm, our next stop was back in town where the guide pointed out different things like the motorcycle taxis and other landmarks around the city. Our next stop was the Dominican Amber Museum.
Es una resina fósil de color amarillo o naranja, aunque puede ser rojiza por oxidación.
If it doesn't change, it's probably plastic, so be careful with that. And the last thing that we can do to see if a piece of amber is real is using fire, or at least heat. Please don't use fire, okay? It will melt your teeth, it will damage your...
They had lots of amber on display, but probably the most notable was a large piece of amber which was used in the original Jurassic Park movie from 1993. We left the Amber Museum and went next door to the cigar factory, where we learned about the different stages of making cigars.
Up to you. We sell the boxes, time and practice to master this skill. Around 4,000 to 5,000 US dollars, so they are pretty expensive, and we need to use everything. So the last thing that we put in those cigars, it's the rim. The rim is the identical Dominican tobacco. Here in La Aurora, we use tobacco from Cameroon, Africa, from Ecuador, from Nicaragua, Peru, Brazil, from Cuba, of course, from United States, and these allowed us.
There was also a jewelry shop with lots of beautiful pieces where you could buy real Dominican amber. As we left the store, we walked out into the town square where our guide gave us more information about the Dominican Republic.
Also, my friends, I have been telling you that we share this island with the Haiti. Haitians in Dominican, we share the same island, Hispaniola. They are the brothers and sisters, but 1822 to 1844, the Haitians people, they mix the island, they make it just one island. And the I said about the picture with the animals, it is that you understand that at the last times all over the world, there is disease of the animals, you know, monkey spot.
Then we headed to one of our final stops, the Del Oro Organic Chocolate Factory. Here we were given samples of hot chocolate and watched a presentation.
The Del Oro line of chocolates uses only 100% organically grown Dominican.
All the cacao beans go inside this machine, and then it goes round and round, and they get all evenly roasted. After they're roasted,
They also explained the roasting process and different types of chocolate, like milk chocolate, white chocolate, and the different percentages of dark chocolate that they have. We also had time at the end to buy some delicious souvenirs to bring back home with us. One last stop before getting back to the port was at historic San Felipe Fort. Although we did not have time to get out of the bus and explore the area, our guide gave us a brief overview.
Hi, my friends. Cleaned up this place and decided to become it like a museum, like a monument. That's a San Felipe Fort. 95% originals of their construction since 1877. That's a Spanish construction, as you see. That's the only monument, colonnade monument that we got is here.
This was an excellent shore excursion lasting a full day. I would highly recommend some or all of it depending on what your cruise line has to offer. And now for the best advice I could probably give you, and one that I was very thankful for on this particular day, and that is to sign up for your shore excursions through the cruise line. On this particular shore excursion, we were running late along with 4 or 5 other buses, but because we signed up through the cruise line, the ship waited for us. It was such a relief to know that the ship would not sail away without us. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for new episodes coming soon all about cruises, Disney, and more. And if you're looking for a travel agent to help plan your next cruise, please visit vacationsbytiffany.com to get started. See you next time.